Welcome back everyone dito sa latest episode ng Deep Dive, the FYI series. Kasama po natin, ito na, nag-reunion na naman ang RMC.
Original.
Hindi, RRM.
RRM.
Sumablay na kagad. Ayan na, Sir Ronald, Sir Mark, ang dami natin pag-usapan. Ikaw since nag-sandwich tayo and medyo New York style, pinafollow mo ba yung kay Ma'am Dani? Ang galing ng vlogs niya. I've been following this guy for the 6 months. Actually, nakita ko yung speak siya ng Urdu, ng Espanyol. I mean, this guy was going around dun sa mga restaurants, vlogger, now global mayor. I mean, that's an interesting case.
Mga common sense solutions eh.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung problema sa New York, parang sinasabi doon sa mga vlogs na yung price sa upa, price sa pagkain, price sa mga problema sa transportation nila, parang napabayaan eh. Parang masyadong na-busy sa mga iba't ibang mga issues and mga cultural wars and mga... So, yung mga ino-offer ng solutions, kumbaga common sense lang eh, na yun ang problema ng ordinary New Yorkers eh, kahit Democrat ka o kahit Republican ka. So, yun yung pinesent niya. Siguro, sawa na sila doon sa old style ng politics nitong sila
Como, yeah.
Kaya, ayun, sinubukan nila itong bago. And, ayun, nagamit niya, na-maximize niya yung social media and yung attention na sa kanya.
Were you impressed, because you're a vlogger, were you impressed dun sa style niya ng social, walking down the street with the music, talking to different people? Meron siyang certain style, no? The editing niya, ang galing eh.
Ganda.
Tignan mo yung kay Ma'am Dani. Gayahin natin yan.
Mga videos dun
yeah.
Kaya, yun. At the same time, pinapanood ko din yung sa kabilang side, yung mga Republican na mga vloggers din na pinapanatan siya na parang yung criticism naman sa kanya, 7 years pa lang siyang
US citizen. 2018 pa lang, yeah.
Oo, tapos parang sinasabi mo lang yan para manalo, hindi talaga
hindi feasible.
Hindi feasible, he will say anything just to tapos yung mga usual na hirit na socialist, ganun. Kaya pinapanood ko on both sides. Nakakatuwa. Kumbaga, let's see kung ano mangyayari.
Yeah, like parang, iba, this is their Vico Soto moment, if I can put it that way, right? The young, fresh guy. But Sir, I want to ask you, did you ever think that New York will elect a 33-year-old, Uganda-born, proud Shia Muslim, that post-colonial studies teacher, and openly socialist? The most important part, openly socialist. Did you ever think this will happen in the era of Trump?
Amazing. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Although Trump didn't find him beautiful. Sabi niya hindi siya gwapo.
Nagkaroon ng bagong target ang mga Republicans.
Yun lang.
Pangit na komunista.
Tapos ano pa?
Pangit na komunista na migrant. Yun. So lahat ng inaatake ng mga Republicans, lahat ng inaatake ng MAGA, lahat ng inaatake ni Trump, kinakatawan nitong mayor na ito.
Concentrate lahat.
Leftist, socialist, migrant, no? Kaya ayun, nag-scale up ang mga Republicans at dinidikit nila doon sa lahat ng mga Democrats.
Yeah.
Parang sinasabi nila, ayan mga Democrats, mga komunista talaga yan, etc.
Komunista pero, dahil gusto niya ng childcare at itaas lang na like yung
correct.
The things that he asked for are like standard in Sweden or
para sa kanila komunista yun. At tinawag nga nilang komunista si Obama, di ba? Pero medyo confused yung ibang mga Democrats what to do with him.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yung pinapatras nila yung ibang Democrats na kandidato, di ba? Sila Cuomo, etc. Pero at the same time ay medyo guarded yung kanilang attitude towards kay Zohan. Dahil
Zohran. Si Zohan yung nasa...
Si Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler po yan. At barbero po yung trabaho niya sa New York. Hindi po mayor.
Di ba maganda yung si Zohan?
Zohran. Ma'am Dani na lang para wala tayong problema. Pero a resident politically correct analyst.
Parang yung mga Democrats, very tentative yung attitude.
Sila Clinton, yung mga ganun.
Siya yung left-wing ng mga Democrats.
Right.
At yung mga left-wing ng Democrats, mas left-wing pa kay Bernie Sanders.
Correct.
Medyo yung establishment Democrats, medyo alangan dyan. No? Kaya yun yung disruption na kine-create ni Zohran.
Zohran. Kasi yung Alam mo yung mga, di ba si Chuck Schumer, tapos alam mo ginamit yung picture sa Dune 2, yung emperor, nagalit kay bata, let's meet soon, let's have a, like, alam mo yung parang, tapos yung si Bill Clinton, ang daming sinabi bago mag-congratulate.
But mo, New York, di ba?
Yeah, imagine mo.
Yung pinaka-iconic na city sa buong US.
Heart of capitalism,
diba?
global financial capital.
Wall Street, di ba?
Grabe.
Tapos nandun ngayon yung isang clearly socialist, bago lang na green card holder. No?
2018 lang naging US citizen. Yeah.
Tapos at least sa politics sa US is very leftist. No?
Right.
Kaya,
And very pro-Palestine. And to consider the very strong Jewish community in New York, many people were also looking at, is this about anti-Semitism or actually this is about interfaith community building.
At saka sa New York, isa sa pinakamalaki, if not the biggest Jewish
outside Tel Aviv.
Community. No? Nandyan sila. Kaya very pro-Israel. Pero ito ay very critical sa Israel.
And to think he beat Cuomo, who I think volunteered to be in the defense team of Netanyahu for the ICE. I mean, like, ganyan ka-stark.
Yes. Pero problema kasi ni Cuomo, marami siyang skeletons in the closet.
Yeah.
Doon siya tatamaan.
Yung, di ba, when he talked about my experience, sabi ni, I don't have experience of groping. Yung mga 18, like yung mga, alam mo na, Sir Ronald, di ko na pinag-usapan. Baka, di ba, nakita mo yung pinaalis si Cuomo on his last rope? Hindi yung last rope. I mean, grabe talaga yung mga, horrible. No, I want to go back to you, Mark, kasi we'll transition to the Philippine context kasi I think relevant ito sa Philippines. No, Mark, I was wondering, sabi mo nga, interesting, yung mga right-wing and MAGA and all try to pin him down on identity issues, right? Oh, ito ay openly pro-Palestine, na Muslim background, na US citizen na bago lang, na komunista. But you're right. Actually, 99% of his content was not about his identity or about pushing for communism. It was about dealing with freezing of the rent, childcare, right? Yung living cost. Kasi ang ganda ng sinabi nila parang, New York is the wealthiest city in the world, blah, blah, blah. Para ano naman saysay kung hindi natin ma-enjoy kasi hindi natin ma-afford. I mean, it's very resonant, di ba? Lalo yung mga millennial, purong pobre ang mga millennial. Barely anyone owns anything in the US.
Dami pa namang millennials sa New York.
Yeah, wala pa rin stable life, stable house.
Daming universities dyan, no?
Yung student loan.
Yung head ng City College of New York, no? Yung Cooney, ay also a socialist.
City University of New York,
Si Vince Boudreau.
Yeah.
He was a socialist who organized it sa Pilipinas before siya naging presidente ng biggest university sa New York.
Exactly. No, so kasi gusto ko idikit yan because yung analysis na what ultimately, by the way, he's the Democratic nominee, so hindi pa final to. Although because New York is Democratic, the assumption is whoever's but you never know because I think Bill Ackerman and a couple of other people are making a strong bid against him in the final race. But as we speak, he's the front runner to be the next mayor. But having said that, the reason this mahalaga ito is because it reminds me of BAM. Remember when BAM said basically, I think both on the record, basically the argument of people who supported BAM and looking at his success is that kaysa focus on contentious issue, if cultural issue in the case of US, here naman issues that have to do with Duterte versus Marcos or whatever, because BAM focused on really, heart and soul issues, gut issues, economic issues, yun yung nag-appeal. But then again, I'm also reminded of Vico Soto, right? Who has a strong stance on certain, some would say, contentious issues, but at the same time also has that element of focusing on gut issues and basic issues. So, in short, is Mamdani more, is this more Vico Soto or a BAM situation? Or am I not getting it right? Or I'm just being nice para Sir Ronald will also be nice? Do you get what I'm saying? Kasi yung sinasabi mo is, nag-click siya, hindi dahil sa kanyang woke politics. Nag-click siya dahil very practical siya in your facing solutions.
Pero iba kasi yung local, iba yung national.
Oo.
Yun yung may bahan dun sa BAM issue.
Pero more isko.
Pero hindi siya nila ng national issue eh.
More isko in a sense na yung...
okay.
Ang dami kasi parehong parehong like Manila City, New York City, parehong problema na old city na siya, deteriorating na yung mga nila, transportation, yung mga facilities, yung mga So, ang daming kailangang ayusin eh. Tapos, ang daming problema, yung krimen pa, yung crime, yung...
Right.
So, I think more isko yung nakikita ko na ganong style niya. Basta ma-solve niya yung problema dun sa New York, irregardless doon sa mga national politics o sa left and
You're
right.
talking about the 2019 race, right? Kasi yun yung, di ba, ito yung time na si Isko ay medyo careful but reasonable yung positioning niya on EJK issue, pero mostly was on the local issues and yung vlogs niya and all were very effective. So this is the golden 2019 elections we're talking about,
Kasi
right?
kasi mas nakikita ko yung similarities between New York pagdating sa Amerika and yung Manila pagdating sa Pilipinas. So yung mga
Yung old na maganda na hindi na-maintain.
Oo, na hindi na-maintain and yung mga problemang ganun and yung problema ng mga ordinaryong tao. So more on yun yung nakikita kong parang similarity dito kay Ma'am Dani. And
Pero at the same time, merong Pasig issue dahil wala siyang record ng corruption. 'Di ba? Like Vico Soto.
Yeah.
Doon nagsimula si Vico.
Kasi Como, trapo siya, hindi, di ba?
May mga skeletons in the closet, may mga scandals, no. Eto.
Malinis.
Oo.
Yun nga, so, Sir Ron, I think you're holding back. No, Sir, do you think, is there any lesson even for us? Kasi the reason why everyone was watching the New York politics is because they were looking at the Como versus Mamdani race as an indicator of what should be the future of the Democratic Party. AOC, Acacia-Cortez could contest for the Senate. Chuck Schumer could be very much on the, on the way out, some would say. So this is really about the leadership of the Democratic Party. So it's not just New York, it's Democratic politics there. But alam natin sa Pilipinas, we also look at the American politics rightly and wrongly, I would say more wrongly than rightly, also as a kind of a North Star for how we should move forward. I mean, look at the comparisons between Lenny and Kamala, yung mga campaign nila, or so I don't know, like, is US politics relevant at all, Sir Ronald, to us? Or is if at all, why?
Very relevant because they're practically the sole superpower.
Right.
Kaya yung presidency ni Trump basically disrupted the entire international global system post-World War. No? Ngayon lang nangyari na multilateralism is really in retreat. Hindi pa naman defeated, but in retreat. At ang gumawa niyan, almost single-handedly, ay si Trump. Kaya what will happen in the US will shape not only the US, but the world. Pero dahil politics is basically local, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi pati sa US.
New York, yeah.
No? Yan ay may epekto sa kanilang national politics. New York is practically national. No? Hindi lang siya simply local. Pero dahil meron kang magagawa sa New York, kung siya ay mananalo sa November, at may papakita niya for at least a year, meron siyang magagawa. At walang standard bearer ang mga Democrats. Wala silang ngayon wala silang Obama, 'di ba? So, merong possibility na pump-priming katulad na nangyari kay Obama after one term as senator sa Chicago, biglang naging presidential contender.
Di pa niya tapos yung one term niya.
At nanalo, di ba?
At
nanalo. Ibig sabihin, pwede magkaroon ng ganung fast tracking. Ito si Zohan.
Well, Ma'am Dani cannot run for...
Pwede ba siya?
Hindi siya pwede US president kasi siya.
Underage.
Naturalized siya.
Okay.
Dapat born naturally born.
Yes, siya pwede senator.
No, it's for AOC actually. Ang idea there is that he will amplify the AOC brand. Yung palaban, scrappy, young, aggressive. Kasi even more humble yung background ni AOC. Kumpara kay at least Ma'am Dani comes from a relatively comfortable academic family, etc. Although, of course, immigrant background. But
pero nilalampasan niya si AOC ngayon in terms of branding.
Pero yung legally cannot run. The same way Elon Musk cannot run for president kasi naturalized sila So, and now, in fact, some are even threatening him to go back to his naturalization. I mean, ganun pa yung line of attack na I'm looking at some Republican congressman. No, but I just want people to understand, hindi lang tayo nakikiuso dito because we're trying to understand what's happening in the Philippines. So, I want to ask you, Mark, what was that meeting between BAM and Isko and our good friend, si Gio, ng dating president na Akbayan, right? Was that just hi, hello? Was that thank you for, kasi endorse yata si Isko, si BAM, or could there be more to this in terms of a new coalition? Kasi meron yung kabila, di ba, yung Mayors for Good Governance, Mayor Magalong, Vico Soto, mayor namin dito na hindi ko pa nakita yung mga benefit ko sa buhay. But anyway,
Joy Belmonte.
Hinintay ko pa rin yung pandemic, yung mga juice at saka mga tuna ko. No. Do you see that those kinds of new movements could come in? This kind of young, fresh, progressive, or at least proactive kind of leaders.
Yung sa meeting ni Bam tsaka ni Isko, more hi-hello lang.
Right.
Not really anything naman na strategic na ano. Pero yun nga, kasi kahit pa paano, tumulong din si Isko kay Bam nung last elections. Pero ako natutuwa lang ako kasi kahit pa paano, medyo hindi kasi naging maayos yung relationship after 2022 eh. Medyo na ano yung
The Lenny Iskoan, yeah.
The Lenny and the presidential elections nung ano. So kahit pa paano, medyo na ano na yon, medyo na soften na, at least between sa kanila. Kasi hanggang ngayon, marami pa rin pinks na may sama ng loob kay Isko. Pero at least between Bam and Yorme, medyo okay na. And sa akin, maganda din yung ginagawa ni Bam na to extend sa lahat ng pwedeng
coalition building.
In preparation for 2028.
Let's be honest. Yeah, let's talk about that. Kasi we're gonna talk about it shortly, right? Kasi I'll go back to that. I want to ask. Let's be honest. Let's blurt it out. Sir Ronald, I don't know if you saw the letter, but this is from daughter of Bam, diba? Na very very heartfelt, very enthusiastic. In pink pa yung font, diba? Basically, like Bam, Lenny tandem for 2028. That looks like the message I'm getting from. I'm sure they're gonna deny that or gonna say that's not the point. But my read is the Bam Lenny tandem is already being floated as we speak.
Yeah, marami namang fina-float ngayon. Kaya maganda yan dahil kinakailangan may kapitan na leadership yung pink wave na nagising nitong midterm election at yung mga hindi pink pero sumuporta sa mga pink candidates. So, kailangan nila ng leader. So, yung pag-scale up halimbawa ni Risa as open sa 2028, yun yung objective. No? Dahil kung walang kakapitan nitong mga to, baka mag-dissipate lang. Sayang naman. Pero din siguro itong pina-float ni Lenny Bam. Bam Lenny. Although I doubt kung si Lenny ay tatakbo as Vice President again.
Oh no, there's no way. Yeah,
medyo, baka Lenny Bam, pwede pa. Parang, pero, baka magtampo naman yung mga tiga-naga na parang wala pa siyang one term, tapos biglang balik sa uli sa national.
Meron siyang mga parang si Vico, di ba? Ni-rear na next generation. Magaling yung vice mayor yata.
Pero si Vico, 3 terms. No? Ibig sabihin, tinapos niya yung tatlong term, 9 na taon. Parang hindi lang niya ginamit yung local para sa national. Talagang seryoso siya sa local. Kaya even kung may ginugroom ka, kung wala ka pang one term, balikan mo ulit sa national, baka magkasamaan ng loob. No? Na, kinuwang mo lang pala kami.
Yung parang kay Isko nangyari na one term lang tumakbo.
Na ginamit mo lang kami para sa national plans. May mga ganung magiging mga narratives. No? Kaya, lalo na, mismo si Lenny, sinabi niya na ang sinabi sa akin ng aking asawa bago siya pumanaw, no?
Ayusin ko yung
huwag kalimutan
ang
naga. Kalimutan mo na lahat, huwag lang ang naga. So, yun, parang medyo
under what scenario?
Medyo emotional.
No, I understand, but under what scenario? Like, there should be like nationwide clamor.
Halimbawa, kung merong ganong clamor at saka in terms of survey, siya yung posible na makalaban ng isang strong, revitalized Sara Duterte, then perhaps mapilitan siya na tumakbo. Tingin ko in the next 2 years magiging intense ang tawag diyan yung pump priming ng nitong mga pink kung sino sa kanila ang pwedeng tumakbo as the leader, lalo na a revitalized pink movement na merong value added ang mga non-pinks, no? Especially yung Gen Z at saka millennials. So i-harness nila yan, pero kailangan nila nung short of a primary para mamili. Dahil usually primaries kasi ginagamit kung may isang partido. Dahil iba't ibang partido ito, Lenny ay liberal, si Bam ay KNP, tapos si Risa ay Akbayan. So, kailangan nilang mag-primary para sino ba yung mag-unite sa ating lahat. No? Kahit hindi sila isang political party. Isang batayan yan, yung gusto ng base, yung may possibility labanan, halimbawa, Asara candidacy, no? At ikatlo, pwedeng suportahan ng a broader constituency beyond the pinks. Yun yung mga consideration dyan.
And let's not forget, Sir Ronald, in primaries, magbabanggaan yung mga candidates.
Yeah.
In other cultures, I think
Yeah.
there might be okay. But, I mean, can you see a situation like Lenny and Risa questioning each other's credentials
Tama.
openly? And
Lalo
I don't
na,
think so. It will.
Lalo na, si Lenny naman ang nagpasa ng baton kay Risa noong 2022.
Yeah, it
Ikaw
won't-
na yung
it won't
leader,
be a
di ba?
good look, yeah.
Ganon. Pero, yes, intense yan. Kita mo naman yung
Yeah.
bakbakan between the Clintons and the Obamas.
Yeah.
Mas matindi pa sa
Yeah.
banggaan ng Obama sa mga Republicans. Mas matindi pa yung banggaan between the Clintons and Trump.
Yeah.
Yung naging bakbakan sa
And
primaries.
Bernie and Hillary later on.
Yes,
Sobrang grabe din yung
matindi
bakbakan
yun,
nun.
no?
Yeah.
Racist ang mga attacks doon, ha? Sa mga primaries na yun, ha? Yung
Yeah,
banat
it could go
kay
ugly,
Obama.
Yeah, exactly.
So dito sa atin kay ano pa lang kay Senator Trillanes pa lang Di ba?
Oo.
Meron ng within the coalition makasama naman yun doon sa pagpili doon. Pero sa akin nga mas maganda maraming options nga yung kakamping.
Dito lang sa RRM, eh.
Sa RRM. At least tatlo yung
At least you got it right.
tatlo as of now yung pinagpipilian na standard bearer.
Tayo naman talaga sa Ronald ang sounding board. sorry, go ahead.
Tatlo yung pinagpipilian ang potential standard bearer nung grupo, di ba? Senator Risa, Mayora Lenny, and pero ako parang merong after the win nung last election, parang may resurgence ng Aquino name Aquino brand.
Right.
Kasi parang cycle lang din Parang they spent so many years during the Duterte administration na sinisiraan yung dilaw, sinisiraan yung so unti-unti medyo umaano ulit Tapos natutuwa ako yung rise nung third generation ng mga Aquinos. Sila Kiko Aquino D.
Yan, favorite ni Sir Ronald yan.
Ang nakakatuwa kay Kiko Aquino D, parang siya ngayon ang pinaka-active na Aquino. Ang in-endorse niya si Risa. Publicly, for president sa 2028.
Sir Ronald, why are you implying something?
Hindi, ibig sabihin nabanggit kasi
Skinny.
niya Aquino brand.
Yung-
And this Aquino brand, ang
Yeah.
in-endorse si Aquino.
Let's just say more progressive yung isa.
Si Emilio Aquino. Di ba? Meron na siyang podcast, meron na so nagiging active na
Sino si Emilio Aquino?
anak ni Boots, tama?
Meron pala.
Anak o apo? Anak,
Apo na.
yeah.
Anak ko apo.
Gines nga ako next week.
Aba?
Na-meet ko siya dun sa death anniversary ni Pinoy. No, hindi ko siya
for-
kilala. Although yung father or grandfather ay kilala ko. Alaskador yun No, pwede yun sa
Yeah,
kanya.
Bardagulan.
Kung buhay yun, pwede dito yun Si Butchakino.
RRMB.
Saka kwan yun, maginoong medyo bastos. Oo.
Medyo
Hindi
magino.
hindi
Yung iba
katulad
medyo
ni-
magino na
Hindi katulad ni Hidarian na maginoo lang.
Or katulad ng iba na medyo magino lang.
O yung iba na mas bastos.
and si Chris
Toxic masculinity.
si Chris Aquino last elections, yung kanyang mga anak pinadala na niya doon sa campaign trail, di ba? Isang anak niya si Joshua is in Makati, kina Binay. And yung isa naman sa Tarlac, sa mga Yap. So, kumaga merong resurgence ng mga Aquinos na might lead heading to 2028.
Yeah. Parating na yung ibang guests natin later. We'll have you, we're waiting for Justice Carpio also kasi dami natin pag-usapan also on impeachment and ICC and all. But I want to, towards the end of this episode, Mark, I want to go to you and then back to Ronald. Ako, for me, the most inspiring intervention I heard since the end of elections was when Vico Soto said, bakit niyo ako pinupush to run for another position again after this? Hindi ba yun yung katrapuhan na parati ka na sa opisina, you're trying to be in a position of power here and there? Is Vico suggesting he might teach na lang sa Ateneo School of Government, go to... You gotta say, like, he's implying that he may not necessarily seek the Senate, for instance. Kasi sabi niya, hindi naman expertise ko, executive ako Now, I don't know if he could be the DLG secretary under the next president. Pwede naman. But what I'm saying is, that's a very interesting point na he's saying, bakit niyo ako pinapush for another position na naman? Ang Pasig talaga, speaking of sticking to your city, sticking to your mission, what is your sense? Because you're good friends. I mean, without spilling beans, like, why would he say something like that? If he's not gonna seek Senate, then what? Magtuturo siya, ganun?
Hindi. Ako may ganun siyang pino-point out na na parang don't look at me as a savior or as
Messiah, yeah.
Kasi parang ang nangyayari, you look at one person, doon ka umaasa na siya yung mag-aano,
Right.
siya yung magbabago, siya yung mag-aayos. Yung ginagawa ni Vico is ang gusto niya is parang system change.
Yeah.
Yung buong sistema doon sa Pasig. So he wants to show na kayang baguhin eh. Kaya nga yung challenge heading to his last term is paano magstay o paano maging permanent yung mga pagbabago na ginagawa niya doon. With that being said, sa 2028, I'm not sure, wala akong idea kung ano yung plano niya. I don't think he will run for national position sa 2028.
Exactly. Yun nga, that's the sense I get from him also.
Pero I think mas concern niya yung mga changes na ginawa niya will remain in Pasig at hindi makapasok yung mga...
So mag-elder statesman siya sa Pasig, parang gano'n?
Kung ako yung mag-analyze or mag-ano, tingin ko there's a chance baka mag-congressman siya.
Congressman,
So
interesting.
Switch sila ni Congressman Roman.
So Roman will be mayor?
Kasi yun naman ang choice, either
Sa bagay,
Roman
yeah.
or si
Makes
Vice
sense.
Dodot. So any
Yeah.
of the two.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Without doubting his sincerity dun sa ayaw talaga niya na national
Senate.
politics, ayaw niya na maging epal na trapo, no?
Yeah.
Ay yung ganong klaseng attitude niya has its own attraction eh. Yung disavowal of power. In a way,
Di ko nga kunyari.
less sincere people like Duterte,
Yeah,
for
did the
more
same.
than a year, yun ang sinasabi niya. Hindi ako tatakbo, no? Hindi ako tatakbo. Pero after a year, sabi niya, pero kung tatakbo ako, itong gagawin ko.
Yeah.
No? Kung ako ay tatakbo, tatambakan ko na 100,000 bangkay ang Manila Bay. No? Ng mga kriminal, ng mga drug lord, etc.
Yeah.
So, ibig sabihin, nagsimula siya sa isang narrative of disavowal of power.
Or reluctant politician.
Dahil may ganun may attraction yun eh.
Si Pinoy din ganun, di ba? Aquino
Without
was also
doubting
like that.
without doubting the sincerity of Biko, ay makaka-stimulate yun ng support, no?
No, but
Ayun.
Pinoy was like that
pero
too, right? Sir?
yung kanya sinasabi na gusto kong baguhin ang sistema sa Pasig, it can only go so much. Dahil yung Pasig ay naka-integrate sa buong bansa.
Right.
Ibig sabihin, pwedeng, alimbawa, kung ako yung presidente na kaaway kita, pwede kong ipitin yung internal revenue allotment.
Right.
No? Pwede kong harangan ang iyong mga big ticket project. Kaya eventually ay kailangan niyang tignan kung gusto niyang ayusin ang Pasig, kailangan niyang umakyat sa taas para maka-access ng resources yung Pasig. No? Dahil nga, hindi naman siya isang isla. Hindi siya isang isla na nakahiwalay sa buong
Right.
bansa. No? Lalo na sa ating sistema, very strong yung executive. No? Yun yung magiging problema niya.
So you're suggesting, Sir
hindi niya
Ronald-
mababago ang Pasig,
Okay,
no?
so
Without changing the country.
I'll go back to kasi I wanted to also that kasi ang parang in-imply ni Sir Ronald, or if I push the logic, is that he might need to run for another position to protect what he has achieved in Pasig, right? You were saying congressman, he's saying maybe it could be a national position, DILG or Senate, kasi kailangan mo protektahan.
Pag gusto mo ng systems change, you cannot change the system sa isang syudad. You can change
In
the
isolation.
system. You can change the system nationwide. No, yun yung mahalaga diyan.
Siguro yun din yung yun din yung criticism kay Vico. Kasi hindi siya nakikialam sa national issues.
For now,
Kasi yun din yung
yeah.
yun din yung iniiwasan niya na maapektuhan ng stand niya sa national kung ano man yung nakukuha nila doon sa Pasig or na ano. Pero kasi as long as nasa local si Vico, hindi siya matatalo eh. That's the impression that I got nung last election and mga huli pag sumasama tayo and ano. So, importante nandun siya eh. And makapag-transition doon sa next administration na kapartido niya, nakagiting ng Pasig. Kasi for sure, yung mga ibang kalaban niya is just waiting for 2028 na bumaba siya kasi mas madali yung mga kalaban nila.
Ang problema kasi niya, pag siya ay congressman, is one among 350, pwede siya ma-demystify dyan eh. Pwede siyang, pwede ma-erode yung kanyang, you're just one among that. Tapos, ano magagawa mo na isa ka lang sa 350? No? Sa Senado naman, na meron siyang maraming magagawa, ang problema naman niya, magkakaroon ng dalawang soto.
Right.
No, na ayaw din naman niya dahil ayaw din naman niya ng dynasty, di ba? So, yan yung mga dilema na i-confront ni
So, the ILG
Vico.
secretary or something like that, maybe?
Depende kung sino presidente.
No, but whoever is the president, wouldn't you love to have someone like Vico in your cabinet?
Hindi,
It makes you
si
good.
Vico eh.
Hindi, kung si Duterte ang
No, I mean,
presidente.
anyone but Sara. Let's just say anyone
Yeah,
but Sara. I can
yeah.
see Rafi, I can see Lenny, I can see Risa, I can see Bam. I think any of them will be happy to have him as a cabinet member.
Ang problema kasi, pag secretary ka ng isang presidente, identified ka na dun sa presidente.
Alter ego ka na eh, yeah.
Lahat nung
Sa bagay.
good and the bad, kasama ka, you have to defend it. So,
Risky.
Halimbawa, noong 2022, wala siyang in-endorse na presidente.
Yeah, exactly.
Dahil mismo yung tsuhin niya, tumatakbo as president.
Kaya nga sabi ko, baka
Mismo yung
magturo
mga-
siya sa atin I won't be surprised. He'll just say, I'll take a break from politics few years while bantayan ko yung mga tao ko sa Pasig. I mean, isn't
Hindi,
that impossible?
okay
Sir
kasi
Ronald?
yon kung medyo may edad ka na no?
Hindi, and then he'll have a second run by
pero
his
kung bata
40s.
ka pa, sa Pilipinas kasi, mawala ka ng 3-6 na taon.
Laos ka na?
You can be politically dead. No? Yun yung...
But Isko came back.
Pag mawala ka. No?
But Isko came back and he's 50s already, di
Hindi,
ba?
pero si Isko kasi, tumakbo siyang presidente.
Yeah, sabagay.
No? Iba yun.
kaya I think congressman yung next na step.
That's what he
forward.
sends.
Kasi at least hindi siya mawawala doon. He has to learn the ropes kung paano mag-congressman, kung paano mag-ano. Kumbaga, parang hindi niya minamadali na magsisenador siya kaagad. Pag-aralan muna niya sa Congress. Pero yun nga, tama.
Ayaw niyang ayaw niyang legislator.
Yeah,
Mas gusto
hindi
niya talaga
yan,
executive.
Exactly, yun nga. Hindi niya yun eh.
Diyan kasi magpo-propose ka ng bills, para ma-aprobahan ng bills mo, magko-form ka ng coalition with other trapo
Yeah, you have to
congressmen.
compromise,
Ibig sabihin, wala
you
kang
look
maaabot
bad,
dyan ng sarili mo lang. No? You have to compromise. Yun yung
Right.
magiging logic sa kanya. Baka hindi niya, not his cup of tea. No?
Exactly. Kaya nga sabi ko, I'm even willing to say, baka he'll teach for a few years lang, but, protect his people, support them, and then go back maybe later on when there's a different situation. I don't know. I mean, for me, well, he's also young enough to take a few years and come back fresh again. He'll still be in his early 40s.
Ang problema kasi, yung kalaban babalik.
Eusebio.
Oo.
Hindi, kaya nga.
Whoever. Kung wala
So you
siyang mga
you think he
gusto
has to be congressman to protect?
Yeah,
Okay.
kailangan meron siyang, he needs to be active doon sa politics. And
Tsaka dapat
With power.
ayusin niya yung papalit sa kanya dahil I'm sure
Bantayan niya.
ay
Babantayan niya.
si
Babantayan
Romulo at saka si Jaworski ay parehong gustong mag-mayor.
Mag-vice mayor siya? Parang trapo din ang dating, no?
Oo.
Medyo
Hindi
trapo.
niya gagawin yun.
Hindi.
Hindi
Yeah.
niya gagawin yun.
Medyo
Ang mas
trapo.
ang problema, paano siya mag-mediate doon sa dalawa?
Actually, mahirap to.
Dahil hindi papayag si Jaworski ng vice mayor ulit. At
Actually,
si Roman
mahirap
naman,
to.
congressman niya, ayaw din niya mag-vice mayor. So they might be, kaya yung legacy ni Vico, kailangan niya ma-preserve. Pero kung mag-aaway yung dalawa niyang tao, tatamaan siya.
Actually, mahirap siya. Now I'm thinking
Pero
about
tingin
it.
ko siya pa rin kasi mag-decide.
No, kaya nga, but he will look at the situation.
Maglalabi kung sino man ang maglalabi
Yeah.
dyan, kung ano mang pwesto, or one of them could be congressman, the other one mayor. Pero yun nga, at in the end, si Vico pa rin masusunod. Kasi hanggat nandyan si Vico, mahihirapan talaga kahit sino eh.
Sino itataas niya yung kamay?
Exactly. On that note, I think we had a good scratching of the surface pagdating sa itong mga young leaders, emerging leaders, interesting leaders. Ayun yung pag-usapan ni Mayor ko, si Magalong, Mayor namin sa Baguio. Mukhang we're gonna have our Octa friends here soon. Parang basa ko. Sir Ronald, ba't ganyan ang tingin mo? Ikaw, Mark, wala kang masabi kay Mayor Magalong. You don't think it makes sense for him to rather go national after this third term niya?
Hindi, pwede naman talaga.
Pwede, di ba?
Pero hindi, ang sinasabi ko lang din parati kahit sa vlog ko and sa yung sa infra for Baguio.
Yeah,
Kasi,
mahirap yun, pare.
Nakita natin meron siyang video noon, yung mga plano, yung mga
Master plan.
Oo, master plan. Maganda yung mga ibang na niya na clean government and yung
Right.
mga ibang mga smart city and all that. Pero lalo na pag national, people needs to see yung mga
Parang yung City Hall ni Vico. At least Vico has a big infrastructure project, right? The whole
yun din ang inaano kay Vico kasi
Yeah.
6 years ka na, wala ka pang napapatayo masyado.
At least siya meron na ngayon, finally.
Oo, and meron si Vico sa third term niya, may hospital, may housing,
Exactly.
doon mag-gaano lahat eh. Ganun din kay Magalo.
Which Isko did in his first term.
Which-
Yung hospital and
which Isko
condominium,
din,
yeah.
tama.
You're
For
right.
Saka
national-
malamang kung tatakbo si Magalong for the Senate, baka tumakbo siya sa PDP laban.
Don't you see Bongo, Magalong kind of a tandem, if ever? If Sara is out of the picture? Isn't
Posible,
that,
pero
Posi-
wala parang pro-mayor, bigla siyang magba-vice president. Baka
Too much. It's a big
hindi
jump.
hindi ganun ka-viable. No? Baka mag-projection muna siya sa national as senator.
Kasi north-south yun if
As
ever.
senator. Oh.
Hindi, tsaka sa
Dahil
recall, hindi pa din ganun ka, for
baka-
VP. Unless in the next 2 years, talagang
Which could be the possibility. That's what I'm saying.
baka
Yeah.
sa Baguio ay okay siya, pero nationwide, baka
He needs to work on that.
trabahuhin pa
Kasi
niya.
ito sa plan niya, nandun yung, kunyari, revitalizing Burnham Park, Mines View,
Yeah.
kumbaga,
Camp 10
i-renovate,
above,
magagandahin. So, yung mga ganun ang nakakuha ng pansin ng
So in short, he has
yun,
to...
baka mag-congressman siya.
Yun nga, he has to make some big moves din. But my sense kasi is, with this whole Mayors for Good Governance is his way of projecting nationally already. We can debate about how effective it has been, but clearly the intent is there to team up with Vico, with Mayor
Pero
Joy.
iba kasi yung dito sa Makati ni Binay, iba yung dito sa Maynila ni...
kasi global. Pero yung dito sa Davao, work. Dito sa Davao, work.
Davao is the biggest city in the country.
How dare you question Baguio? We're the most beautiful city. We're the most
biggest
amazing
city, no?
Yeah, but Baguio, we're the most amazing. We're the most beautiful. How,
saka,
sir, I didn't like what you were implying.
At saka si Digong was the mayor for 40 years.
Ay, medyo, mahirap tamatan yan.
Apat na dekada yun.
Medyo talagang ano yan. On that colorful, nostalgic note, Sir Ronald, and your patama sa Baguio, the most beautiful city, the summer capital of the country. Thank you so much for joining this latest episode of FYI. Soon we're gonna have a couple of new guests, including our good friends from Okta, to discuss some of the interesting data and surveys, and of course also hopefully Justice Carpio very shortly. Maraming salamat and talk to you soon.